And don't get me wrong, authenticity is important, but when your authenticity starts to justify your flaws, it's no longer noble, it's destructive. We should just be ourselves. So, what if being yourself means staying in your comfort zone, avoiding growth, or even pushing people away? Sometimes the version of you that feels safe and familiar might be the barrier between who you are and who you are meant to be. It is the one keeping you stuck. Let me break it down. First, being yourself can become an excuse for not improving on yourself. For instance, if you are someone who struggles with anger issues and you say, well, that is just who I am, you are shutting the door on personal growth. Being yourself shouldn't mean staying stagnant. It should mean embracing who you are while striving to be better. Let me share a quick story. I used to have a friend who always say, I am just a blunt person. Take it or leave it. She was being honest. And sure, honesty is important. But over time, she started losing friends. She messed up some job opportunities and even damaged some family relationships. She thought she was being herself, but in reality, she was using that as an excuse for not working on her communication skills. She was using being herself as an excuse for not working on herself. And we do hear this a lot. They'll be like, media sana miti me kama sempimpim. Media sana miti. Yes, sana yekasa chere amanfo yi. Learn how to communicate with people effectively. Second, being yourself can limit your opportunities. Let's say you are shy or introverted person and you use that as an excuse to avoid networking, public speaking, or putting yourself out there. Yes, it's authentic to who you are, but it will hold you back from reaching your full potential. Sometimes you have to step outside of your natural tendencies to grow. Think about it this way. If you are applying for a job and you say, I am not a people person, you might miss out on a role that requires teamwork. Or if you are in a relationship and you say, I am not good at expressing emotions, you will struggle to connect with your partner on a deeper level. Being yourself is important, so is adapting and growing to meet the demands of life. 3. Being yourself can damage relationships. If being yourself means being overly critical, dismissive, or unwilling to compromise, you might be pushing people away. Healthy relationship requires effort, empathy, and sometimes changing how we show up for others. It's not about being fake, it's about being mindful. Imagine someone who holds the key to your working place is late. He comes and says, oh, that is just me. I am not a morning person. If his lateness is constantly making you people wait, then it comes off as disrespectful. Being yourself shouldn't mean ignoring how your actions affect others. It's about finding the balance between authenticity and consideration. Now, I am not saying you should completely change who you are to please others. Authenticity is crucial, but here is the key. Being yourself should be a starting point, not a finish line. It's about recognizing your flaws, working on them, and evolving into the best version of yourself. Now the question is, how do you strike the balance? How do you stay true to yourself whilst improving yourself? Here are 5 actionable steps you can take today. First, take a good look at yourself. Are there habits that are holding you back? Be honest. Write them down. Self-awareness is the first step to change. 2. Once you have identified areas for improvement, set small, achievable goals. If you are a shy person, challenge yourself to start one conversation with a stranger this week. Growth happens in small steps. 3. Ask a trusted friend or a family member for honest feedback. Sometimes we don't see our own blind spots. Others can help us grow in ways we never thought possible. 4. Growth doesn't mean beating yourself up for not being perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. If you slip or fall back into old habits, don't dwell on it. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. 5. Growth rarely happens when you are comfortable. Challenge yourself to do something that scares you a little. Speak up in a meeting. Try new hobby. Initiate that difficult conversation. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand yourself, and that is where real growth happens. Remember, growth isn't about betraying who you are. It's about becoming who you are meant to be. So, the next time someone tells you to be yourself, ask yourself, is this self serving me good? Am I growing or I'm stuck? Have you ever come across someone using being themselves as an excuse to avoid working on themselves? Or since when has being yourself held you back? I would love to hear your story in the comments. Let's bridge our minds together. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.